Hello, hello. My name is Brittany D. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual teacher, and I'm going to be doing a collective card pull for us for the week of the 16th through the 23rd, July 16th to 23rd. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. Just so you do know, I do private readings, one-on-one readings. I also teach courses. Right now I have the intuition development course, and we start next Thursday. So there's still some of the spots available for that. Let's see what else. Oh gosh, I have all kinds of things that I'm like curating right now that I'm about to release and I'm really excited about. So keep an eye out. What else? Yeah, just feel free to check out my website on the link below. If you look in the comments, it'll have the link to my offerings and my website, and that way we can get connected. Let's see what we have for the collective card pull for today. This is the collective card reading for July 16th to the 23rd. We're starting with this psychic deck. Let's see what we have, Spirit. Let's see what you have for us. What's going on with this week, Spirit? What's going on? Whoa! Started pouring out on me. Holy guacamole. Okay. Okay. And you know what's interesting? I'm going to talk about this card in just a minute, but we got this card last week. Okay, so mental conflict. Okay. So I would say this is more where we're at in the present moment right now. You might be going back and forth a little bit. You might be overthinking shit just a little bit more than you really need to be. And then we got recognition and reward. So that reward begins to come in as you move through that mental conflict. That reward for your work, for your literal inner work comes in. And then we get love begins. There is so many people that are going to be falling in love over the next few months. It is so potent, this energy, this sacred union energy, and falling in love and being in love and love coming in is just so potent right now. And that is probably I'm getting that's very connected to the reward card. And if you're not coming into sacred union, you're not falling into love. Love also is the frequency of spirit, right? So spirit comes in for that recognition and that reward after you've moved through that mental conflict. Let's see what they have over here for the gateway deck. Let's see what we're having after that. So we're moving through a mental conflict. It doesn't seem big. There's not a lot of big energy around it. It's just something small that you kind of, I shouldn't say small, nothing small, right? Every mountain that we move through is something. But then you're gonna move through it and you're gonna be rewarded, and then the love is just gonna start pouring in. Ooh, breaking barriers. I'm expanding beyond my limits into joy and freedom. Okay, so what I got for this card is that you're almost not sure if you're even allowed to receive this level of wealth, wisdom, love, confirmation, synchronicities, and you have to literally break barriers within yourselves, limitations. I'm expanding beyond limitations within yourself that tell you that you're not allowed to receive, you're not allowed to have that love. It presents itself, and then there's still just a little bit more of a barrier that has to be broken through. Oh my God. And of course, the card that we get after that, communicating freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. So that makes so much sense with this, reward, moving through a mental conflict, reward and recognition, and then that love, that just spirit pouring through you begins. And that it's so much that you have to literally break a limitation within yourself around not being able to receive this much joy, freedom, wealth, prosperity, abundance, love, whatever it may be in your specific timeline, in your specific reality. And then we get communicating freely. You break through it and you own it and you open yourself to it, and you own it. You don't have any problem saying it, talking about it, being it. You break through that limitation. You break through that barrier and not only receive it, but also fucking own it all the way across the board in your life. And then the part we get after that, following your bliss, my soul sings with joy. All the work, it was worth it. Glad I did that. Glad I'm fucking owning it. Glad I'm communicating clearly. Glad I'm doing blah, 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 blah. You did it. Oh. Something going on my ear. Interesting. I don't know. That's really weird. I get messages in all different kinds of ways, so it would not surprise me if I got a message through my ear just now. Okay. Retirement is the card that we got after that. So I got this card, and actually it was associated. You can't see the word for some reason. It was associated. I guess it's the light, with the self-employment card. They got both cards at the same time. My collective. Oh yeah. Also, guys, come to my collective card pulls on Facebook every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's completely donation based. Come join us. Um, but the retirement card right behind it, they got two cards, was a self-employment card. And what I was trying to say is that the retirement, literally, whenever you are doing what you're following your bliss, the card right before this, when you're doing what sings your soul, what is following your bliss, you literally feel like you fucking retired because you're like, I don't even feel like I'm working. I mean, yes, I feel like I'm working. Like, obviously, I'm working right now, but I also don't feel like I'm working because I fucking love serving and serving the collective. So it's not really work, but it is work. But it is. It's basically like retirement. Literally retirement, like for your soul. Your soul's not struggling and working against its own what it really wants. So that's absolutely not a I don't know why they're all ending up on the ground right now. I don't know why, or that's like really in alignment being right behind that following your bliss card, because that when you really follow your soul and you follow your heart and you allow spirit to bless you have something serious, you literally feel like you have been retired. Like I'm working, but I'm not really working. And then we got the gracefully aging card. Gracefully aging. So you're taking this on, this change and this shift, you're taking this on with grace and with ease. At this point, you move through the mental conflict and the breaking barriers, and it's much more smooth sailing at this point. Oh, and then we get the accelerated motion card. So you're going to take all this forward at a much faster pace. As I was just saying, it's graceful, it's smooth, and it's going to kick up, and it's going to come forward in a much faster pace. And then we got mending bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender, mending bridges. So that's what's going to kick up, is this mending of bridges. I'm getting between like there's some kind of like old parts of you or old relationships or something of that sort that needed to be met in order for you to really like, sometimes something going on my ear, something going on my jaw. Sometimes in order to really take off, we have to return to our roots. That's what I'm really getting here, is that like this mending from the past is what's really going to assist us to accelerate and take off. Let's see what the mermaid deck has for us. Not entirely sure where spirit's going here. Let's see. There it is. Yeah. Let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. So yeah, we're really taking off with this accelerated motion. And it's almost like, to do that, we have to kind of touch down base, touch down, bring them. It's like bringing like two parts together, and then let yourself receive. That's so interesting that I just burped too. I'm getting all these kinds of different physical things coming through right now. This does not always happen. And now I have hiccups. What is happening right now? There's so much energy moving. Okay, so let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. They just said this is going to be a major component for this next step. Let's see what's next. Something about that receiving and really allowing yourself to receive is going to be really important for whatever they're bringing here. Let's see what it is. Wow. Waves of prosperity. New abundance, exciting opportunities wash over me now. Waves of prosperity. You wonder why that receiving card was going to be so important? Because you have to receive the prosperity in order to catch a wave of it. And then we got helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. Okay. So letting yourself receive, following right after that, like that accelerated motions coming forward, touching down, connecting. It's almost like grounding out before you launch forward. And then you have to get yourself prepared to receive, because then the launch comes. The launch comes in, and you have to allow others to help you receive that help, allow others to help you for this to come through. It's right after that for a reason. Okay, let's see what they have here. That's awesome. I've been feeling waves of prosperity and abundance coming in. So that's a total confirm for my intuition, what I've been feeling. Okay, let's see. Merging into grace. I open my soul to grace. Merging into grace. If you've watched my card readings before, or if you've worked with me at all, then you know that I see grace as love and motion. And in order to do all of these things, accelerate motion forward, touch back down before you really skyrocket off, and then let yourself receive that prosperity through whomever it may come through, is connecting more deeply with spirit. It's allowing spirit to make moves and rifts in your life by really allowing prosperity to come to you in whichever ways, forms, people, however it may come. Let's see what the butterfly deck has. This deck always has me shuffle it a few times, so that's nothing new. Envision, envision, our hearts will become. Relationship dynamics. So this helpful person right here may be creating a rift in a relationship dynamic. Spirit's guiding. This grace is basically, to me, it's love and motion. It's the same as spirit. And so this might change and shift some relationship dynamics. I'm actually getting with you and your family, like you and the people around you. Yeah. You're gonna have to really, in allowing whoever this person is or whoever these people are, to really allow the abundance to come through them and into your reality. It is going to change some relationship dynamics between you and the ones that you're really close to. We got dietary change card right after that. This is so many shifts, guys. We are all shifting so heavily right now. We are in such a shifting timeline. I'm not getting actual diet change. I'm getting like who you surround yourself with, this relationship dynamic shift, and seeing how, what I don't want to say how it's affecting. That's not the best way of saying it, but just seeing it for what it is. In your life and in the people around you is going to make, you're going to have to change and shift the things that you consume, the things that you allow into your field, the things that you allow into your existence. And then we got water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Right behind exactly what I was just saying. Literally, like, you're going to have to take care of yourself in order to assess these relationship dynamics and assess where it's just a have to. You're gonna have not only just being aware of what you consume, but literally taking time to nourish yourself, body care. I mean, we literally got dietary change in the car right behind it, nourishment, body care, and tenderness and rest. Like, yeah, that's definitely whatever you're consuming, whatever that could be, things like this right now, this video, TV, your food, the people you surround yourself with. You're really going to ground down a lot more into what you really do need to be consuming and what you really do want to allow into your field, and then nourishing those places that really do honor you and your field and yourself. It's really going to be a high level of self-care once you let go of all the other shit that's not actually, you're not realizing is not actually serving you that much or that high. That the ones that do are really going to heighten. So let's see what the other card that popped out was. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. That is totally confirming what I was saying about consumption, or really being, what was I saying? What you allow into your field, what you allow yourself to consume, eat, everything I was just saying. Boundaries. That's what that is. It's creating boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Boundaries was actually the theme of my collective card pool on Wednesday night. So boundaries is huge in the field right now. Huge in the collective. You have to honor yourself in order to move through this next wave. Whew. Hooty hoo. All right, so we're ending with an activation. This is the activation stack. I always like to end with one of these activations cards. Let's see what they have for us. Oh, we got 2. Okay, we got Gaia and root chakra. Gaia, the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are our great mother into the universe that has birthed us all. Root chakra, the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion, supports our sense of security on the physical plane, bodies, and both of our bodies, as well as the physical world. So rooting literally to Gaia, like that's literally the cards that we got. Gaia and the root chakra. Okay. Sorry, you can't see that all the way. Oh my God. Root chakra. Gaia. These are so connected. What is your root chakra right up against? When you sit, what are you sitting on? Gaia. Root chakra is right there. These are super connected. And so in this whole process of going through, here, let's just recap real quick. Going through a small mental conflict, right? And then moving into the recognize and the reward, spirit literally rewarding that through love. Love begins. That could be physical love, or it could just be spirit love pouring into your life. And then having to break a barrier of how much you're allowed to receive around that. And then really owning that by communicating freely, being totally just owning it and being in your power around it. Following your bliss, right? So you're owning it and then you're moving forward with it. Following your bliss literally makes you feel like you're in retirement, because your soul is singing. And then you're gracefully aging into and with grace, with ease, and with the movement of spirit, and then the accelerated motion forward of moving back and connecting in right before you let yourself receive massive waves of prosperity, and allowing whoever it is around you to help be the conduit of that massive prosperity that's going to come into your life. And then with the grace of God, where you have relationship dynamics changes and shifts, you really see what this means for you and your family. And then you begin to create changes on the things that you consume, taking care and nourishment of yourself and rest, while also holding those boundaries and letting go and carrying what is not carrying what is yours, is all rooting. You're rooting all of this down into your system and into Gaia. Let's not forget, guys, I feel really called to say that let's not forget this ascension process is not about you. Sorry, not sorry. It's not about you. It's about Gaia. We're here to anchor the frequency for Gaia. Gaia is moving into 5D. Gaia is moving into 5D New Earth. We are just her little minions sticking out from her, pulling the energy through us as conduits down into her. This is about her. You have to root all of this in your being that we're talking about in order to assist Gaia's ascension. And of course it assists you on the way, but this is really about Gaia. So let's not forget that. I feel really called to say that for some reason. And also, guys, I have a special surprise for you this week, and it's going to be We're going to be doing this from this week on moving forward. And it's so fucking tight. And I'm so excited to share with you guys. I'm going to drop the link below to hit up my homie Cody's page on YouTube. And he is doing an energy activation based on the cards, the card pull on Fridays. So whatever messages come through the cards, all you have to do is click the link below and get a literal energy activation to integrate all of this into your system to get you ready for the next week. And even if you're watching this during the week, you can still get activated. Like it's based on these cards. You're going to get an energy activation from my homie Cody, who's an amazing, incredible energy worker. Literally will blow your mind. So please click the link below and drop to his page to receive the actual energy activation around this. This is the logical understanding, and that's going to tap your energy field up into what we're actually moving towards, what all of this is saying and stating. So I really hope that you guys go check that out. Also, feel free, if you feel called, to book a reading with me or to check out any of my courses. The links are below for that as well. And if not, or either way, I will see you next week for Friday's collective card pull. And I'm just sending you guys all of the love. See ya.